Hey guys, welcome to the first edition of the Madden 20 podcast show, whatever you want to call it, for the Gridiron Greats League. Your host, MacDub44, co-commissioner, run with the Chargers. Joined today by two commissioners. We've got Todd. Todd, is it Saturn Ski or Saturn Sky?
It's however you pronounce it. I've heard it so many different ways over the past 10 years. It's whatever.
I'm just fucking with you. Todd, you're the one that picked the name. You should. I mean, what do you want?
It's Saturn Sky, but some people say Centursky because they don't put it together.
Hold on, just before we keep going here, why is it Saturn Sky?
Because I work at Subaru, but before we became Subaru, we were Saturn, and Saturn had the $2 convertible Saturn Sky. That's when I got the PS system, so I just took the name.
Todd's loyal to Subaru for life.
I'm always interested in people's gamer tags and where they came up with. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked there, but then we've also joined by the Cowboys, or no, shit, sorry. Usually the Cowboys, Broncos, another commissioner, Brian.
Yep, let's go. I go Cowboys every other year, so this is their off year.
Bad, I'm totally jacking this up already, but so I think I forgot to mention that Todd's the Chiefs. So 3 out of the 4 or 5 commissioners, however many you really want to count, are all in the same division this year. So that's going to be really interesting.
It's really a two-player division, let's be real.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, wait a second.
Hey, he didn't say which two, Todd.
It's me and Mac.
Why'd you both?
So we started doing some shows last year. I think we did about 5 or 6. Probably got away from them. But it was kind of hard to all schedule the same time. But I know we're gonna try to do this more often.
Definitely.
And thanks to Brian, I think our is gonna significantly increase here. This already looks 10 times better than just streaming it from YouTube or Twitch on the PlayStation. So you for doing that, and I think going forward we'll do some other stuff too and get this more legit.
Oh, and don't forget, guys, make sure you hit that follow button. Or no, wait, what is this? YouTube?
Subscribe, right? Probably.
Subscribe, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button at the bottom. All right? Yeah.
Get that So we've got a YouTube channel just for this league. 8 subscriptions, which 4 of them are probably the commissioners. So
it's impressive.
We'll see how many we can get throughout the year, but. For this first show, I think all we're going to do is kind of go over the teams and the users that we have in the league and kind of, see what divisions we think are going to be tough, maybe which ones are going to be a little easier than others, and then based off of previous Maddens who we see having success and maybe make some real early predictions because we're still about 3 weeks away from actually starting the league, August 6th.
Yep.
Go ahead and get started, Brian, if you want. We're going to start with the NFC East.
Awkward. All right.
We'll go ahead.
There's the NFC East. We got the Cowboys, we got the Giants, we got the Eagles, and we got the Redskins. Who do you want to start with, Mac?
Let's go with the Cowboys because I'm pretty sure. I don't know this guy's PSN name. He doesn't. I don't think he's got that in his chat, but I recognize him from PSG when I was looking at the direct messages. In his DM, his name is Deuce.
Deuce, yes. No, he's been in the league before.
Has he? Okay.
Yep, he has been in the league before, but he is definitely more known from PSG.
Okay, and yeah, reading through some previous messages, I think last year early on, I want to say he was the Broncos in PSG because I was the Raiders. And I remember this dude smoking me, and I want to say he won the first. I think there was only 1 year at PSG. I could be wrong. That actually made it. I think he won the Super Bowl.
Wow.
I'm not 100% sure, but either way, I know he's legit. I know he's a good player. But I was thinking about it more. Madden 19 was not my best Madden by any means, but
trust me, we know.
Yeah, Todd. Yeah. Well, see, like I think I was 0-4 against Todd, so that shows you. It was all in like the month of August and maybe one in September. But yeah, looking back at it,
Of course, I won't let you live that down. You know that, right?
well, absolutely, you shouldn't. You shouldn't as much shit as I talk to you. Um,
Hey
but
Todd, how
yeah,
many
no,
circles you got?
he's got about as many as me.
Oh.
So, but yeah, no, I think the Cowboys are obviously a pretty good team. You know, they've got that offensive line. They've got Zeke. They've got Amari Cooper. Obviously, Brian, you know way more about the Cowboys than anybody here. So
Oh yeah, the team is stacked this year. You know in the Dallas sports talk, it is talked about. You know, we have actually a shot, except we have Jason Garrett as our coach, so we're fucked. So,
so what do you predict? An 8-8, 9-7 season?
well, we had a winning record last season, so we'll go 8-8 this season. Yep.
Gotcha, yeah. No, but I like this guy. You know, obviously Madden 20 is different. People may not be as good and whatnot, but I think this guy's going to have success. He's a good user and with a good team. So.
Definitely. All right.
So you said he's been in the league before. Do you know what teams he's been?
I don't remember off the top of my head, honestly. I think it was short-lived because he had to leave. He got too busy, and that was obviously when PSG was his primary.
This isn't one of the guys that's like in the army and overseas, is it?
No, I think that was Smallwin, truthfully.
All right. So moving on. I'll probably maybe try to. I know I kind of talk too much. Probably maybe speed this up a little bit, or we'll be talking for 2 hours here. Team here. Next in the NFC East, let's go with the Giants.
Alrighty, man.
This user is Rudy Made This, who was from Big Red Max League, right?
No, Rudy is from PSG as well, I thought.
Go on this shit.
Yeah, the only person that's from Max League, I think, is Mr. Perfect.
The Jaguars guy is too, right? David or something like that, spelled weird. Dhavyd.
Yeah, he was, but I don't
The guy the league be competitive, and he was from Big Red Max League, right? He's the Saints.
Wait, who? I'm not gonna lie to you. I zoned out. I was messing with some behind the scenes shit.
Well, we jumped forward because Todd said that the only Big Red Mac League guy is Mr. Perfect.
And that David dude or whatever his name is.
Yeah, that's
okay.
what I was. Yeah.
I stand corrected.
But all right, okay. So Rudy Made This is from Parks, the PSG. Then I don't know if I'm all that familiar with this guy. Then
If I remember correctly, I played him a few times. He's a decent user. I think I actually got the better of him each time, but I remember them being close games. So overall, though, he's got his hands full with this team. That's the big thing. But he does have a stud running back, obviously, to start off with.
and then he's got an awesome developing quarterback.
Oh yeah.
I haven't even
What was
looked
it?
at Daniel Jones. I don't even know.
Well, he was. I know he's in the 60s. Look at that shit. We have to load. Oh my god. Where are you, Daniel Jones? Oh, there he is. 63 overall. All right, let's see here.
Top 10 pick.
Woo!
On, I mean, they're probably not wrong, but give the guy a break here.
Man, talk about really taking a shot at his fucking pride. Like,
I haven't taken a look at the ratings all that well, but I just kind of looked at some random things. I was trying to see who like had the best block shed for defensive linemen, and I know that was it Damon Harrison or something like that. David, I don't know.
snatch.
He's even better than Aaron Donald, I believe. He's got the best block shed. And I remember they traded him for a 5th-round pick. So Giants
Yeah.
obviously know what they're doing. Obviously trading Odell as
Did I
well.
mention how much I love the Giants right now?
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I'm not too familiar on that user, and then obviously his work cut out with that team, and then he's got 2 good users.
Yeah.
Kind of moving forward. I don't mean to disrespect the Eagles guy, but this is the same Eagles guy as last year, right?
He miraculously got his team back. So, I mean, I
Right.
didn't see him pulling it off, truthfully, but he did.
This is the guy who you just used to beat by like 40 every game, right?
Yeah, I smack him around, make him feel real loved.
What do you think about this guy? Did you have success against him last year? Todd.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't want to talk about him because he loves the weapon. That one play he did to me, it was stud in 26, and yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Girls do that to like the Packers in real life, or was that vice versa? Like 10
Yeah, I remember saying, yeah, I said, yeah, stud 26. This is not going to be good for me because I know this is not. I know somehow you're gonna have a miracle play, and he basically had a 50-yard completion on me.
This is the guy who will try to wants to trade people, but then will just send the worst trade offers, right?
I expect to see him offering Jason Peters for first round picks. Okay, I know it's coming. It happened.
He's
His
like
bullshit.
Difficult guy to trade
those
with in the
stupid
world.
trades.
Deshaun Jackson, first round pick. Calling it right now. Fucking. Who else? Malik Jackson, first round pick. Fuck it. I mean, Nigel Bradham, first round pick. I'm telling you, he's gonna ask for it.
Him and the one Broncos user we had for a few weeks last year weren't in at the same time, because he would have trade raped him like no other. Didn't that guy traded me?
No, he did trade him. He traded him Bradley Chubb.
Okay.
I mean, Black Knight.
No, it wasn't Black Knight. That's 2 years ago.
No, this was a different guy who.
God, I miss Black Knight.
He was only around for. I'm telling you, Brian, you're gonna have to change the curse, because for the last few years we haven't had a good.
There's a reason I took the Broncos. I got tired of people quitting the league.
Seriously, this guy was this guy that I'm thinking of. I know he traded me a number 1 pick for my second or third defensive tackle. So.
And now we have a trade committee, everyone.
We do. Thanks to guys like that. But yeah, have fun with the Eagles. But I think overall the Eagles are the best rated team, right?
They are, with the Cowboys being number 2. So they have the two highest teams in the game are in the same division.
As we know, overall doesn't really mean crap in this game.
It's pretty obvious it doesn't, with the ratings they've been giving. So.
All right. Rounding out the NFC East is probably, just based on last year, the best user of the group, and that's the Redskins with swag.
No doubt. This guy I've already picked and been telling people he's about to run that division.
Oh, he came in year 2 or 3 last year, had the Colts, and I mean he went undefeated, right?
Yes, he did.
Maybe he had a sim loss.
He had something, but it was ridiculous. Yeah. He was just taking people and taking behind the shed.
I mean, defense. Like he was doing it more with just defense than anything.
Exactly. His offense isn't that great, and he'll admit it. But his defense is phenomenal.
So, yeah. Up for him. Obviously, the Redskins aren't the best team, but he'll.
Yeah, but their rookie quarterback is actually decent. I mean, shit. Where is he?
Yeah.
And they got Montez Sweat. Hey, have you seen Montez Sweat yet?
No.
Oh, check it out. This is one of their rookies. 91 speed right outside linebacker with 93 acceleration.
He's a beast.
He's gonna kill him. And then he's got Dwayne Haskins, who is the top-rated rookie quarterback in this in the Madden this year.
And Josh Norman, who is jumping over bulls.
Several times.
They got Reuben Foster. I hear he's got a really good hit stick.
Yeah. All right, so Obviously, these are really early predictions. We don't know anything about Madden 20. Just kind of
If I,
obvious. Probably the Redskins and the Cowboys are really the only two. And I don't know. I don't know the Giants guys, so I can't really say too much. But with that team and those two users, I think he
with
might struggle.
with this division, like I've said, I'm gonna stay with it. Redskins are gonna run it. I think. Well, it depends how the Eagles what he does. If he trades his team away, I think he'll finish last in division, without doubt. Heck, forget it. He'll finish last division. Um, and then it's toss up for second. I mean, the Cowboys and the Giants user, I think, will be a toss up. But I have a little more faith in the Cowboys because it's the Cowboys.
I think so too. If it's the guy I'm thinking of, which I don't think I've been right yet, but I think I am on this one. I think this guy's pretty good.
All right. Todd, prediction?
Yeah, prediction time.
Shreg.
Pretty easy. Okay. So what's next?
The NFC North is next.
All right, we're gonna be. So this division is
this division.
Last year there was I think 2 people in this division that actually played the whole year, and one of them actually ended up moving teams for us because he likes to help the league out, and that was Warren, because he actually took the Packers, but he's no longer in this division. So who we starting with?
Go with the Bears.
Go Bears.
This is actually Thumb Warrior.
Wow.
He's the Bears.
That's a first. I almost feel like I need to see the. I think none of them took the Titans this year.
None of them are. None of the same person with his 3 Cobb, Sid, and Thumb are Titans. Yeah, so I think this is the first year since they've joined that's been the case.
Wow.
But
all right.
I think he'll do well. Obviously they got a good defense. They've got obviously Mack. Their secondary is good. They've got Roquan Swift, who's still fast as hell linebacker.
89 speed.
Sure about the offense, but Thumb's a pretty good player. He's usually a playoff guy. So I think
I agree with you. I think he'll definitely be challenging for the playoffs. To be honest with you, I don't honestly remember who the users are in this division.
I got you. Yeah.
So I will be definitely giving my predictions on this division at the end because no clue.
Well, next we got the Lions.
Shannon, who that is.
It's a new guy. I'm not sure. I know one of the guys in the league must have brought him in. So don't know nothing about him, and then obviously that roster's probably not the greatest.
It's got Snacks Harrison.
Sure does, and then
and Darius Slay. I mean, the guy. I really think even though he's 89, and a lot of people say it's disrespectful overall and everything, but since everyone's overalls are lower than what we expected, and you look at his actual skills and everything, he's still a good corner. Then you got Kenny Galladay, who I don't want to tip my hand or anything, but I will be contacting this user about. But yeah, it definitely has some roster, but it definitely needs a rebuild.
Packers is that Guzman guy who was the Giants, right? Last year?
Yeah, last year.
Yep.
So and he's a pretty good user.
He is a good user. It was me and him that
Packers
ran the NFC East last year.
Packers, I mean, I guess I don't know what Madden has them. Their defense got better. Rodgers is definitely down as far as the ratings go, but I'm sure he'll be just fine.
It's Rodgers.
That's gonna be
He'll be fine.
that'll be a tough team, I think. And then rounding it out is the Vikings, which is a good team with Earl ERL, who was the Charger, who's also a good user.
He's a very good user. He was known for being the Texans in PSG and was a beast.
Yep. So, see, I don't know anything about the Lions, but the other three, that's a good division. It'll be a good competitive division.
I got Earl winning this division.
The Vikings, yeah, I like that.
And then I got Guzman, and yeah, like you said, I don't know the Lions user, so he might make me eat my words, but and I hope he does.
He's going to definitely have to be a good user to compete with that team
and this division, because Thumb and Guzman are going to definitely be second and third, in my opinion. Heck, we could have a top 3 division here where it's those top 3 within a game of each other or something, you know?
I mean, I'll go with the Lions guy because we don't know anything about him, so he might surprise us. I'll pick him.
Well, I got one guarantee: he's better than Todd.
You never know, man. Some dudes are awful.
It's hard to be worse than Todd. I mean, Black Knight did it, but
I can't say much. I haven't beaten Todd in like over a year. So. All right, that's
just remember that when I beat both of y'all 4 times a year. Just remember that.
I'm sorry, Todd. Did you say something? I couldn't hear you on my Super Bowl win. My 2 Super Bowl wins.
Touche.
All right, so
my favorite division.
Moving on to the NFC South, which I'm just gonna throw this out there. This is besides our division, Brian. This is the easiest division.
Oh, without a doubt.
So,
I mean, Louis in there.
But yeah, and we'll start with the best guy, the Falcons. I call him Tripes. I know you call him Trips, Todd, but he's got an E in there.
What's sad is I call him A-Tripes, so...
Tripes. It's A-T-R-I-P-E-S, but I guess it could be Trips. Whatever. Either way, solid user, guy who doesn't say anything in the chat. I think he's got it muted.
I'll remember the one time I saw him most active in our chat was when the Falcons were up 28-3 in the Super Bowl. And then I never heard from him again.
He's silent but deadly.
And I honestly, I can't remember the last time I played him. I know that in the past I've actually had success against him, but I know he's won a Super Bowl before, right?
Yep. What, 3 years ago, I think it was?
Uh-huh.
He was one of the top dogs 3 years ago, for a fact.
More offensively.
And he always seems to draft QBs.
Yeah,
every year.
Offensively, he's a beast. It's the defense he struggles usually.
And we've got the Panthers, and this is another new guy. So don't know anything about him. And the Panthers fucking suck.
Hey, watch your mouth, boy.
All right, I don't know.
Let's be real, Todd. They're going to be so much better this year in the game.
Shut up, Ryan.
For anyone who doesn't know, Todd's usually the Panthers, and he sucks.
You know how hard it was for me not to take the Panthers this year. I'm probably regret it. I know I will. But
you're the guy who'll trade you teams.
Oh, I guarantee you, he'll swap with you.
No, I'm good with the Chiefs. Thank you.
Oh, okay, that's good. I'm glad you're not scared to take those 4 L's guaranteed.
It's not. It's gonna be 4 wins guaranteed, kids.
Kids. Okay. And
kids does.
And then we have the Saints and Real Drippe, Louis, who probably
I love Louis.
Them.
That's pure. That's pure.
He's a different kind of guy. Not sure that.
Louis, when you watch this, I want you to know, you piss me off.
The stuff you say, I don't know if you're all there, Louis, but I don't know if you're playing with the full deck, which is okay.
But we love you.
You are by far, at least by recent history, the worst user in the league. I'm not trying to be a dick, but it's just a fact. Am I wrong?
Anytime I see Louis on the schedule, I automatically think I could let my CPU play this game and I'd still win.
And the reason behind that is because besides sometimes when Todd is challenging you, you always lead the league in interceptions.
He does.
It's not even close. It's like 40s.
He breaks the record every year.
You got like 20 touchdowns to 46 interceptions.
It's fucking brilliant.
So yeah, Saints. You got a good team though. But I think last year team right, but again they were good. So I don't know. You never run the ball, but you didn't want to trade Kamara, so you just literally.
That's the other thing, man. He won't trade his guys.
One of the best players in the game and didn't use him. So.
Oh, I got the Saints, but I don't use them.
Yeah. And to end the NFC South, it's the Buccaneers, and it's Big Mo Maurice, who is sometimes okay. I feel like a lot of times he overextends himself and gets in too many leagues, and then
Yep. Without a doubt, me and him had to talk about that.
I'll call right now. Mo will win the NFC South.
Damn,
big
Todd.
What about Tripes or Trips? You don't believe in him anymore?
I think Mo. The dude can play. I'm not gonna. He'll give Trips a run for his money, but I see Mo winning the South a lot.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pick the Panthers because they're not owned by Todd anymore.
And I'm gonna pick anybody but the Saints.
Fuck you, Louie.
Rip it.
All right, on to the West.
Right. Yeah, ending out the NFC. Probably the best division in the NFC.
With this, truthfully, I'm gonna be real. This is the best division in the league.
Because the guy who's probably the worst user is a guy who's good enough to make the playoffs, and I'm kind of skipping around here. That's the 49ers guy.
Yeah,
I know his name's like Lee Havoc or something like that.
He's not bad. He's just.
Oh yeah.
It's a stacked division. So we're gonna start with the Cardinals now.
And that's obviously historically, I think he's won the most Super Bowls. Won one last year, and that's Cobb.
Yep.
Yeah. He takes all my money and run.
Yeah, Todd has paid for a lot of video games for Cobb.
Yeah, I have. I'm not gonna lie. I have bought him a lot of games.
Cobb probably doesn't even pre-order games anymore. He just waits for Madden to come out.
He saves the money.
For real, like he's like, nah, I'll get it when Madden comes out. Like, it's ridiculous. But he's gonna have a lot more troubles this year, I think. Yeah, especially in the beginning.
You got Kyler Murray, and you got some defensive players, but
he's gonna have to definitely rebuild some.
And Warren pointed this out. He normally doesn't trade a whole lot.
No, he doesn't. And truthfully, this is the first time in, I want to say 4, maybe 5 Maddens that he doesn't actually have one of the top teams in the league. Because he was the Titans user back when the Titans were And
the Chiefs.
But he had the Chiefs when they were good, Todd.
They've always been good.
Oh my God, Todd, you don't, Mac.
It's okay. All right, moving on. But yeah. Then we have. Let's go to the Seahawks. And that's Warren.
Oh, we're skipping the Niners.
Yeah. Well, that's who Havoc is. So.
Real quick, I don't want to skip over his team. There's the Niners. They got Richard Sherman overrated, but they do have George Kittle. So good job, George. All right.
We've got Jimmy Garoppolo like high 70s, right?
I don't honestly remember. No, I thought he was a low 80. No, you're more right than me. Oh shit, he's a high 70, 78. Yep.
I guess that's not too bad in comparison. They have like Carson Wentz like an 81, 82. Same thing with Deshaun Watson. So
That's because Carson Wentz gets hurt all the time.
yeah, true, but still. But
Gonna break
yeah,
his
and then I
fucking
mean
collarbone again, probably. Jesus.
they got a decent defense as well, right? They got Ford from the Chiefs.
I think so. Yes.
He's in a tough division. Then you got the Seahawks.
So I'm really excited to see Warren play with Bobby Wagner.
9 speed, 88 speed. I think he's the best man coverage linebacker, which doesn't matter because, I mean, with Warren playing with.
Exactly.
Warren, like Cobb, like that Colts user Colts last year's Swag. You guys can just completely shut down the middle of the field and then more. Like, between him and Cobb, they'll roll in the middle of the field, and then if you try to throw deep, then they'll switch to their fucking cornerback all game long.
Do a spin move, intercept the ball, and take it back to the house.
It's ridiculous. So fucking frustrating, their user skills. But yeah, it will be interesting. And then obviously he'll bind with Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he'll be getting rid of Russell. We know how he is.
Yeah. And then we got the Rams. Obviously a good roster.
Jay Wood.
Haywood. Pretty good user, pretty conservative user, and then a decent defensive guy.
Yeah, he's a pretty good user. I think last Madden, especially after the patch, really messed with him. He did struggle some, but I think he's really excited, I know, to be in the same division with Warren and Cobb. I know that. He's actually is.
And then I enjoyed this guy because besides Todd, he's the only one that has a face cam when they stream.
Oh, yes.
He always loved it. He's already got his shirt off and his glasses on, and he's in for so he's good entertainment when he streams his games. So, but yeah, good division. Two of the best users in the game.
It really sucks for this division for the fact that you got really good users who will knock each other out of the playoffs.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, the best part about it, and I guess wrapping up the NFC, and don't trust me, we got good guys in the AFC, but I'm glad I'm in the AFC. Like, if I'm gonna make the playoffs and maybe try to make a run, I don't have to go through Cobb, I don't have to go through Warren, I don't have to go through Swag. So definitely, it's easier on the AFC.
No, a lot of people are like, "Ooh, I want the hardest route." Nah, I'm good, man. I'll take the easier one. Don't worry about it.
I'm not a good enough user to say that. So
exactly. And I'm with you. I'm with you there.
I mean, so that's the NFC. Like I said, I do think user-wise, it's better of the conferences just because you've got, in my opinion, stick skill-wise, the three best users all in that division. Well, I shouldn't say that. If Trip,
I count
like
11 out of the 16 users in that division as being legit users.
Yeah, that'll be the division races will be pretty interesting, and you know who will survive and represent the NFC in the
And then you know, and here comes the AFC, and you know, the AFC member will get there, and they might lose.
And I'm not saying that the AFC is easy by any means. I just, based on the people in the NFC, I think that's a little more difficult. So we've got we'll go with the AFC East.
All right. And then who are we gonna start with?
We're start with the Bills.
All right.
So a man who I just kind of mentioned a little bit ago, Trip. I mean, he's originally a PSG guy, right?
Yes, this is his first time in the league, but people like you, me, Warren, Todd, we know who he is. I mean,
He used to be a tester for EA, right?
I heard
so.
that. I don't know if it was 100% true or not.
But either way, I said that the three best skill guys are in the NFC, but if Tripp plays like he has a few Maddens ago, then he's right up there with those guys. Probably.
We might see the
think
Bills win a Super Bowl.
Which Matt couldn't do with the
Warren about.
Bills.
Oh, well, I couldn't.
Hey Todd, it's like your Panthers.
Touche. I'll just point out the obvious.
A little better rated last year than the Bills.
A lot of it.
Right. Moving on. But obviously, roster-wise, the Bills have a lot of work. Josh Allen still has 99 throw power, though.
But you know what? He's already working the trades. He already slid in my DMs. That's all I'm gonna say.
My door is closed.
I made probably one of the biggest mistakes last year.
Yep. And he won't do it, thankfully.
Trading that middle linebacker away to
Warren.
what's his last name? Edmonds to Warren, yeah. And I should have known better. Warren reached out to me, said, "Hey, I want him." Warren gave me a good deal. He gave me multiple first-round picks.
Yeah, he gave you a great deal. He just also gave him the league.
Yeah, even if it wasn't a guy who I should have paid attention to and didn't want, but I shouldn't have given him to Warren. But oh well. Okay, so we got the Bills. Then we got the Dolphins, who is the third of the newcomers. Out.
Alrighty.
Kudos to the guy taking the Dolphins, though.
Hey, this guy, seriously, this wasn't the last team picked. That's the crazy thing.
Okay, good.
He picked him, and I am so thankful for him because I thought this team was going to be a bitch to fill.
Only been, I want to say, two guys that I've come across in leagues that actually like the Dolphins, and one is Jubes.
Oh God.
Where that's prohibited in this league chat. We don't bring that up.
The other guy is that one dude who couldn't speak English in Big Red Max League.
Lucas.
Oh God.
Yes. Those are the only two guys.
Lucas,
so
Dolphins and Syracuse. Good Lord.
Hopefully he's a Dolphins fan. Hopefully he's a decent user. So ass kicked and then has a bad team and quits early. But for the last few Madden, the Dolphins have been a very difficult team to.
But if I remember right, they have picks now, right? Didn't they do some trades?
Let's see. Well, I don't know. They got Josh Rosen.
Yeah, but I think they only traded a second for him.
I thought they gave up. I thought they gave up a first for him.
Oh hell no, they did not.
They gave him a second, and that was in this year's. So.
Yeah. Interesting. Well,
yeah,
as you guys can see, that's about all we could talk about with the Dolphins. Literally, there's nothing there.
Yep. And then we've got Patriots and a two-time Super Bowl winner last year, right? He won two.
I think. Yeah, he did win two. Yep.
McMaster, Mr. Scotland guy.
This is our Scottish. We allow one person across the pond to join the league every year because we like to expand the culture of football to the whole world. And
here's the thing with this guy. I can't figure him out because I beat him like 3-1, and he won 2 Super Bowls. Don't get me wrong, he was good, but guys like Cobb and Warren and this guy, the one year I think he smoked them both in the playoffs.
He did, back to back.
He smoked Cobb in the AFC Championship game and then just annihilated.
He bent over Warren. He bent him over.
He made one as a bitch.
And it wasn't a fluke because he won another one. So he's good.
He definitely turns it up in the playoffs. I feel like he fucks around in the regular season. And we saw him miss the playoffs at least once.
He did. And then he would always, in my DM, say, something about when I play you, I just don't play well. I'm like, okay, well.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
He's good. And then, obviously, it's the Patriots. They're one of the better rated teams. They still got Tom Brady.
Yep.
And in and out, the division is the Jets with Roland, your boy.
It's my boy. My boy. Now, I'm
Roland,
interested to see if Roland will actually use Le'Veon Bell.
yeah, it will be interesting.
Because Roland does like to trade away his running backs.
But towards the end of last year, he was wanting a better one. So
We'll see. And then he loves Jamal Adams. I mean, that's his guy.
did
Him
he
and
trade him away last year?
he did. He got an offer he couldn't refuse. I ain't gonna lie.
And some Buccaneers guy, right?
Yeah.
Didn't that guy turn around and trade Jamal Adams?
No, he turned around and left the league.
Okay.
It was brilliant. Now Warren ended up trading him away, I think, when he moved over to the Buccaneers. But
Then he became the Beats, right? The Brooklyn Beats.
yeah, that guy moved the team and then left the league. It was great. Very
Okay,
appreciative.
but yeah. No, Roland's a good user. He's always in the playoffs. That's obviously aren't the greatest the team, but they weren't last year either, and he was able to. But he might obviously the Patriots guy will be tough for him, and then so will Trev.
Without doubt. I'm gonna give my prediction. Trip takes the division, and I think Roland and Patriots are fighting for that second spot.
I think that's safe to say.
And then the poor
Uh,
Dolphins.
Gonna. I'll go with Roland.
With who?
Roland, gotcha.
I fucking love Todd.
AFC North.
All right, so we're gonna start with who, Mac?
I'll say this. This I think might be the most
Entertaining division.
division, not necessarily the best, but I think all four guys are around the same skill level. So let's start with the.
I got one in the pack at the front for me, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
All right. Be small.
Yeah, it would be.
No, he thinks he is, but all right. Let's go with the Ravens, and that's Sin.
Sin's a good user.
He's a good user.
He's definitely, in my opinion,
Ravens have a good defense.
because we have what? Kevin, Sin, Small. Who's the fourth?
Fire Slayer.
Who?
Puffy. FFY. Puffy. Can you hear me?
Oh, Puffy. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, this is. You know what? You're right. You're 100% right. This is a pretty even division. Wow.
But yeah, so Ravens with Sin, obviously Lamar Jackson. They still have a pretty good defense. I know they lost C.J. Mosley and things like that, but Earl Thomas is rated high in this game. He's got like the best coverage or zone coverage.
Yep. He's a beast. Safety. He won't be no, Troy Polamalu or Ed Reed, but he's still a beast.
Puffy with the Bengals. There's hardly anything, obviously. Joe Mixon will probably be good. AJ Green, he's old, but he'll still probably be good.
And he's all trying to trade him.
Yep, he's already offering AJ, but I kind of don't blame him, man. AJ is on that downward slope. But at the same time, that's one thing I am curious about with this Madden is it going to be as harsh as it has been in the past?
Yeah, because in the past, once we see we hit 30, it's downhill.
Oh, once a player hit 28, I was letting him go.
Yeah.
I was done with them at that point. Either I trade him or cut him, whatever. But in the past Mads, that's how I did it because it was such a harsh penalty that they got for. It was ridiculous.
Yep. And then Kevin's got the Browns.
Yes, the fucking Browns.
Which surprised me.
Kevin just needs to not Kevin, I think he's always looking to make trades.
Yep, especially with Todd.
My office
I
is
think
closed.
But this it's stacked. And here's the problem. Kevin's going to trade some of these people away, and guess what? It's going to ruin the team for him.
He'll be cursing the whole entire game as usual.
Yep. And he ain't going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, he needs to just roll with this team. Maybe make a few trades, but
I wouldn't make any with that team. Just
especially at the
draft and
beginning.
sign people, man. You are set. It's crazy. The Browns are legit in the game.
And then sounds like your pick was small win with the Steelers.
Yep. I mean, he came in. Last year was his first year in the league, and he came in. He had to deal with Slob, but he handled it pretty well. So he didn't do much in the playoffs, but I mean, he handled Slob still fairly well for who Slob is. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, no, he's a good user. Steelers, I don't know. Obviously, they blew Zanzoni, which they still have last Madden. So, but
Come on now. Why is Ryan Shazier still in this game?
good question.
Sympathy.
They got a good. What's their alignment? They got Bush, right?
They got who did they get?
Michigan's linebacker, didn't they?
I know who you're talking about. I'm trying to remember who they got. What his name was though.
That was the last name.
Devin Bush. Yep. 91 speed, 92 acceleration. The guy can run.
Okay, so yeah.
All right. So who's next? Who next?
AFC South.
AFC South. All right. Who we going with? Texans?
This is that. Yeah. So this is the division that we play.
Oh, this is the one we play. It's year one.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Texans is Roger Pibb.
He's a decent user. He has his ups and his downs, but with a roster like this, I mean, he's got the 99 overall D Hopkins, who should not drop a pass.
Everything.
Literally, should not drop a pass. But we've seen Madden before.
Yes, we have. I mean, they have 100% catch and they still drop.
It's true. But it's a good team. It'll definitely be a rough team to play against, I feel like.
And then you got the Colts, and that's Mr. Perfect.
Oh, by the way, last division we didn't predict. I predict small to win it, by the way.
I'm going to go with Ravens, Sin.
Okay, Todd, pick one.
I'm going to go with Kevin.
Oh, you're a fucking wanker.
I'm just saying, I mean,
Oh, my God.
I'll go with Kevin.
Fuck you, Todd. All right, move along.
Next is the Colts, Mr. Perfect.
So this guy, he's from BRM's league.
Loves the toss and the spin move.
Yeah, and he seems.
Found that out the hard way. In
I don't know. I lost to him when I played him. I mean, I'll be honest, I lost to him. But I felt like I could beat him. So
that was by far the best chance I've ever had at winning. Was last year with the Vikings, and in that league, I think I ended up going 13-3. I beat Big Red Mac, which was my beating Big Red Mac in a
that's
video
hard
game.
to do.
Which I know he isn't nearly as good at Madden as he used to be, and he's not nearly as good as he was at. The first time I ever beat him, but I could not score to save my life last Madden, especially with the Vikings. But like 6-3 on Mr. Perfect at halftime, and then second half I didn't score, and he had literally toss right and then spin move, toss left, spin move, and he beat me.
He's a good user.
And then the Colts, Obviously, I think they'll probably be pretty decent.
Yep,
Gosh,
Darius Leonard, Quentin Nelson.
obviously Luck, T.Y. Hilton.
Yep.
They get Paris Campbell. I don't know anything about him, but if they had him, he's pretty fast from Ohio State. I don't know what.
I wonder what his speed is. I forgot about him, truthfully. Paris
Obviously,
Kimball, 94 speed, 93 acceleration. Yeah, he can run.
see, I don't know if he's got back that fits his toss and spin style. I don't know about Marlon.
I feel like Marlon Mack should have been faster, but maybe I'm overthinking it.
Yeah. I think
89 speed, 93 acceleration.
wasn't anything in last year's Madden. I think that's just because it wasn't really known, but a pretty good year.
We'll see how he's used.
That's actually who I start out with week 1. So yay.
Oh, nice. Have fun with that.
And then Jaguars, and that's David.
The other user from BRM. Yep.
Jaguars. Jalen Ramsey's still a freaking stud.
Probably, if I remember right, this team still has the best corners overall wise.
Ooh, yay, then too.
Yep. Oh, Telvin Smith, why are you in the game, man? What are you doing here?
I know, right? Yeah, he's taking a year off,
buddy?
right? Just for games that were.
Get that royalty check, bro.
Yeah, and this guy, I mean, this is private information, but he reached out to me for Phillip Rivers.
Wow.
He did what?
He
got no
wanted to know
faith in Nick Foles?
if I was trading Phillip Rivers. I'm thinking, well, I'm like, right now Madden has Phillip Rivers really good in the game. But and I kind of reading up on the Chargers because even though Todd, you didn't know this, the Chargers are my team. Thought that was obvious, but Rivers, this is the last year of his contract, so I'm hoping he doesn't sign a contract before Madden comes out, but might not be smart enough to update that.
I don't think they'd get that update in time, truthfully.
You'd be surprised. I mean, what about Melvin Gordon?
Yeah, that's a good question. That I wouldn't mind if they did. So then that's already on my cap, and so I don't have to try to re-sign him, which is half the reason I'm looking to move him. I don't know, I might trade Rivers.
He could become a Jag.
Yeah, and then obviously I'd probably ask for
Just
Nick
a
Foles
guy.
back and something.
All right, next up we got the Titans.
Shamrock.
Shamrock, he's
Viking
a steady as he goes kind of player, in my opinion.
Goes as in you have to reach out to him.
That, yes, and I don't think he ever gets bad, like real bad. I don't think he ever gets real good. He just, he just stays where he is. Definitely not my pick to win the division.
Nope. The Colts or Texans for sure.
Without a doubt. I'm going Texans.
I'm going Texans.
Fuck, Todd picked mine.
I'll go with fuck it. I'll go with David. I said between the Texans and Colts, but I just want to say David and the Jaguars.
All right, we got
Please
one
spell
more
David.
division left, and we saved the best for fucking last.
And I'll be the first to admit it. I said the worst two divisions are the NFC South, the West.
This division is a two-team division, everyone.
Let's start with the Broncos. We've got Brian. We've got BWM, Brian Morgan with the Broncos.
All right, guys. It's always going to be between me and Mac. I mean, Widow's a nobody. All right? And Widow, if you have anything to say about it, I don't give a fuck. Todd's a fucking leapfrog. All right? I'm going to put my hands on his back and just jump him. All right? That's how it's going to be. This division is over.
As I said, I guarantee.
Todd, men are
I
talking.
will-
Shut the fuck up. So, guys,
it's-
when I say the Broncos might actually become something now, it's gonna happen. It's gonna fucking
Going to
happen.
start Joe Flacco.
I am not. I am cutting him immediately. I'm telling everyone right now. If you want him, I'm cutting him. You don't even have to trade for him.
You're starting Drew Lock.
I am. I am gonna start Drew Lock and pray.
Is
They haven't even
have
signed yet.
Paxton Lynch or Simeon or anybody?
Nope. I am going Drew Lock and I'm praying.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
who we got next?
Chiefs. We
Got the
we
Chiefs
got
next.
the best
All right.
overall team. Say Chiefs, Todd. How do you like your chances this year?
And anybody knows me that plays me, I'm very predictable. I'm gonna lock on the hill, probably the whole entire game. So just cushion. Just if you can play cushion, you'll probably beat me. I mean,
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna beat you.
I'm predictable. Everybody knows that. I'm a cocky motherfucker, and I dig my own grave.
It's true.
But I will be beating both Brian and Mac 4 times and that's 4 guaranteed wins for me. Because, guys, you're not gonna beat me.
Todd, you're gonna fucking lose the Widow.
I never lost Widow. He's
You're
worse
going
than
to.
I. No, I'm not.
You're gonna lose the Widow. Calling
No.
it right now.
No.
No.
I love Widow.
I will call it right now that I will have it at least. So first season, I'm gonna say Hill, without being too cheesy, is gonna be the receiver of the year.
Todd, that means you don't get picked off as much.
Well, I will take that bet, Todd, that you don't win receiver of the year with Hill.
I'd take that too. Todd, you want in on this action or what?
A good enough use. Sir.
Yeah, I'll say he will win, and he will the first year.
$25
You know,
PSN.
Yes, $25 PSN.
All right. So
Both of us?
if we win, you give me and him 25 each. If you win, we give you 25 each.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Easy peasy. Mac, we just won.
Oh, we did. All right. Then
Great.
we got the Raiders with Widow.
Oh, I
and-
didn't even show the fucking. There's the Chiefs roster. Todd's gonna ruin it. All right.
and-
Oh, why do you always think I'm going to ruin a roster? Why?
Todd,
No, I'm just curious. Why do you think I'm going to ruin
do,
a
do you know your history?
Yes, I know my history. I ruined the
That's
Packers,
all I
I
have to
ruined
say.
the
That's all I
Patriots.
have to say.
Because I was making trades. I'm not making trades this year.
Todd, you always
That's
said you said that
all of
last
our
year you weren't gonna make trades. What'd you do?
Made trades, but I'm not making trades. I'm having faith in my players.
Prove it.
And what usable
Prove it.
skills I do have.
You gotta prove it.
I'm
all
gonna
of
try.
our predictions and all the shit that we had been talking about for this last hour is based off of history, right? This game hasn't even come out yet,
True.
so we can't base it on.
We wouldn't base anything on
I have,
Todd.
I have faith in you, Todd.
I
Faith
don't.
in you to throw a lot of interceptions.
All right, Raiders. This is Widow's
Raiders.
team.
Widow. Yeah.
Widow has a great team of Antonio Brown.
And Louis for being the worst user. Widow gives him a run for his money. Correct?
Yeah.
God, I fucking love Widow though. I really do.
I just like to give him shit though too because
Widow will come into a game and be like, "I'm gonna beat your ass," and then he'll just take the beating and be like, "Yeah, you got me." Like,
Yeah.
I love it. I
Yeah,
fucking
he's
love
been a
it.
Cleveland Browns fan his whole life, so that makes a lot of sense.
It's great.
Yeah. And then, last but not least, you have the Chargers with me.
We got Mac, the Mac attack.
Been a few years since I've been the Chargers. The last time I was actually really good in this league,
You were the Chargers.
and I was to build a good squad. I had Demaryius Thomas and AJ Green, and then I had Bobby Wagner on the defense. So somehow I got a really good team. Excited to be them again. I really wish they were the San Diego Chargers.
I mean, you could probably move them. I think Madden will let you.
We'll see. But really like to do that. I mentioned it in my blog. I don't know. The defense just looks slow.
In my opinion, besides Todd's stacked roster, you have the best roster in our division.
Well, yeah.
But when we bring the user skill into it, you have the best team overall, in my opinion. I mean, you're going to be a bitch to handle.
Thing is, and the last few years, obviously, after started playing with a linebacker, I don't think you really can be really good user play with the D line anymore.
Well, I think that changes with this Madden. Truthfully, I think this Madden is more aimed to help people who play D line.
Yeah, there'd be no more of the QB in the pocket for 8 seconds just sitting there doing nothing.
And then the fact of they took away a lot of the user linebacker skills that was the reason why everyone played the linebacker. There's gonna be a learning curve, I think, this Madden for sure.
I'll tell you right now, I will love the game if they figure out how to stop backer from being able to guard a 3-yard drag as well as a 15-yard post at the same fucking play.
That's the thing, that it's supposed to be fixed.
Don't get me wrong, it's impressive as hell when people do it, but
oh yeah, and I'm jealous as shit when they do it. Like, I can't do that.
Just like at some point, I know, and I realize it's a video game, but at some point it has to be somewhat realistic. When I throw the ball, you as a middle linebacker, you've already committed to the underneath route that in the NFL, you're going to be able to then, oh shit, I'm going to turn around and go pick off a post route. Like, it just doesn't happen. But whatever. I mean, a lot of guys do it. I mentioned Cobb and Warren. They do it with the best of them, but way hash mark to hash mark, and especially in a video in Madden, that's like. But yeah, no, okay, cool. Well, like I said, I definitely need to read up more about this game before it comes out because Derwin James, my two best defensive players are Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa. So I mean, if I can have success playing with them,
be nice. Shit.
I definitely have a hole at linebacker.
Who knows, mate? Is Denzel still on your roster?
God, he sucks. Look, Perriman, he blows.
I mean,
like
make
70
something.
Oh,
here it is. This is the guy. This is the guy right here. Thomas Davis Sr. I didn't even know this fucker still was in the league still. Holy shit.
Do you miss him?
Todd died, I guess.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, well,
do you miss Thomas Davis Sr.?
He fucking break his arm and then still play.
Yeah, he broke his arm in the NFC Championship game and played the Super Bowl in his arm like a football.
I wonder how he felt when Cam Newton didn't jump on that fumble and he was playing with a broken arm.
Have fun.
Just digging a hole. Keep digging a hole.
Okay, Todd. The Chargers haven't been to the Super Bowl in 1994, and they got beat by like fucking 30 points by the 49ers.
I do want to say one thing about that Super Bowl against the 49ers. That Super Bowl, I don't remember it because I was drunk because I was my 21st birthday.
Wow, Todd, you're old as fuck.
Thank you.
I was like 2 or 3. I was 6.
What year was that, you said? 94?
Yep, I was
3.
It was my 21st birthday.
You and cocaine? Off
No.
stripper's ass?
No. It was January 29th.
All right. Well, we went through the divisions. By the way, my prediction for this division is Widow will win the division.
My division. My pick is going to be Brian.
Fucking Widow. Pick. I fucking love Widow.
My prediction is I don't make predictions in my own division.
Damn, that's deep.
But okay, so just overall looking at the AFC, I still stick by my earlier stance that the NFC's got better users in it.
real quick, Super
The
Bowl
AFC,
matchup pick.
yeah. Uh, of the first year,
I'm
I'm gonna
going.
go with Swag with the Redskins
Okay.
versus man. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with the AFC. I can legitimately. Well, here, let me do it the other way. I don't know the Dolphins guy.
I could see many AFC guys making it through.
Hey, that's why I was going opposite. I was just trying to count the guys who won't make it.
Well, I
I'll go
say
with
many
Dolphins.
can make it through because it's so open.
I'll go with the Dolphins. I'll go with Puffy just because I don't know him. I'll go with Kevin because you suck, Kevin. With Shamrock, I'll go with the Jaguars, and then Widow and Todd. So there's 7 guys who won't make the Super Bowl. Absolutely.
I'm
So
gonna
what,
go
9
Texans and Warren in the Super Bowl,
Texans and Warren. I like it.
which is the Seahawks for people who might have forgotten. But
Yeah, I can't AFC. I can't pick one. I'm gonna pick the Patriots guy just because he's good and he'll have the best team.
that's a good one.
And really,
Todd.
Todd, you going Chiefs
No,
and
I'm not going to pick. I'm
Buccaneers?
not going to pick myself. I have too much. Because I know I'm not going to make the Super Bowl. I'm going to go with one, and I will go with Houston.
Okay.
Okay, so you're just piggybacking off of Brian.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Hey Todd, who's Houston? What user is that?
Let me look on, sure.
It's Roger Pibb.
Thank you.
Isn't this guy's name also something? Isn't his real name Sean?
I don't know. His now it used to be Roger Pibb or something like that on the thing, and then it became Sean something, and now it's Dr. W. So I don't fucking know.
Is your real name? Facebook friend me.
All right, let's wrap it up. We're over an hour.
Yeah, people are gonna listen to this for sure.
32 views. 32 views. Oh, and guys, don't forget, hit that like and subscribe
The
button.
subscribe button. Yeah. So, like I said, we'll be doing more of these. We'll probably be a little more organized, less rambly, excuse me, and then probably not talk for an hour. But
That's the
until
goal.
next time, the game comes out sometime next week if you have EA access.
That is correct.
Yep. 25th.
We're in it. And
So.
as soon as Brian has the game, he'll send the invites out.
Bingo. I'll make it immediately and start getting those invites out. So.
August 6th, if not sooner.
All right.
Peace.
Later.
Say bye,
Peace.
Todd.